welcome back to my channel. My name is Esme. I'm a dental hygiene student, and today is officially the first day of dental hygiene school. Okay, so right now we're heading to Walmart before class because I need to buy a little clock. So the clock is going to be for when we're taking pulse and respirations. We're on our way to Walmart. Also, I just want to take one moment to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because he opened and closed a lot of doors for me, and this is one of the big doors that he's opened for me, and I'm really grateful because I've been wanting to do this for such a long time, and I've had to trust God with his timing, you know. And this was really hard for me because I wanted to do this sooner, but God closed that door for me and I trusted him, and now he's opened this door for me again, and it's his timing. We need to trust his timing. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm very grateful. So for anybody who's thinking about joining the dental hygiene program, please do it. Don't hesitate. If you're thinking I'm not smart enough or I can't do it, things like that, well, God did not make you dumb. So trust in him that you will be able to do this. You can do it. For any of you that are worried about being too old or things like that, you're not old. Also, one thing that I want to mention is time will pass by either way. So you can either spend your time sitting there and letting it go by, or you can get up and get started. Okay, you can do it. Okay, we're in the store. We just need to get this little clock. Okay, we're at the clock section. Hang on. So this is what we have. So they told us that we need one with like a second hand so that we can keep track of how long we're doing the pulse, or the, what's it called, respirations. But I think I'm just gonna go with this little one because why not? And I feel like this one would be harder to see the little second hand moving, so we're just gonna go with this little black one because I don't want to take like this huge thing to the clinic. And this one seems like it would fit quite well on the little counter. Why don't you grab like a little one? Okay, well, they told us that we're not allowed to wear watches on our wrist because of hygiene purposes. So we're just gonna go with this right here. It's $4.54, which is pretty nice. So let's go. We got the stuff. Now, I did not realize that this clock does not come with batteries, so we have to go to La Casa really quick to pick some up, and then we'll head over to school. So a little background on what today's class is going to be. So this is a summer class. It's called Introduction to Dental Hygiene. It meets once a week, Mondays, and I'm going to be at school from like pretty much all day, from like 8 to 7:30. I was placed in group B, meaning that my lab will be the second group to go, which is from 4:30 to 7:30. We all meet for lecture together, all 36 of us, and that's from I think 8:30 to 12 or 8 to 12:30, which is kind of nice because we'll all be learning together. And I'm honestly kind of happy that I got placed in group B because honestly, I don't know about you guys, but like I feel like I have more energy like at the end of the day. Like sometimes it'd be 9 o'clock and I want to go running, and I don't run, okay? And so what I like is that I'll go to lecture and then I'll have a little break to like eat, go to the bathroom. I could even study for what we're gonna do in lab, and then I'll have lab. If anything, I feel really lucky that that's how I was placed. So for this first week this summer, it's gonna be a little weird. Normally it's lecture and lab on the same day, but for some reason just this week we're doing things a little different. So today, this Monday, we're doing lab first. We're going to be taking well, actually I'm not sure, but they told us to bring our blood pressure cuff and our stethoscope and four different colored highlighters. And they did tell us to dress regularly. We don't have to wear our scrubs yet until next week, Monday. And this Wednesday will be our first class or first lecture, which is, it's like backwards. I read the description for Wednesday's class, and it's basically like an introduction, getting to know you, trying on our lab coats so we can order them, things like that. So I'm not sure what we're going to do today. I don't know if we're actually gonna get to try and do blood pressure, but I'll have to wait and see. And unfortunately, they did say in the syllabus that in order to record in class, we have to have the professor's permission, which is a little unfortunate. I'll try and see if I can get permission to record. Otherwise, we got the batteries. Okay, so now we're okay. So now, okay, so now we're on our way to school. I don't start class until like 4:30. It's 3 o'clock. I'm trying to get there early because I want to watch this video they made again. I'm going to watch it again. It's basically showing us how to get to class. It's like really like hidden. And so before class, we were supposed to read a couple of chapters, one in the textbook and like 5 little there were 20 pages long, 5 PDF files that they sent us for us to read. And then we're basically going over like the basics, such as like what is buccal, lingual, things like that. We also went over all the vital signs like temperature, pulse, respirations, and for blood pressure. And I was reading through all this stuff, like the basics, like buccal, lingual, occlusal, like the tooth surfaces and the numbers. And I was like, I know this stuff. And I know this stuff because I went to dental assisting school. And you guys, this is why it's so important to trust God. Because let me tell you, in 2023, I was accepted into the dental hygiene program. But due to some certain circumstances, I was not going to be able to complete the health requirements. So I tried so hard. I talked to the program coordinators, the school nurse, like so many people to try and see if there was something that we could do in order for me to participate. And they were like, no, you have to have all the health requirements done, otherwise you can't participate into the program. You can look into other schools. And all these other schools that I looked into, they all had the same requirements. And I was like, I can't do this. And I remember sitting there on the kitchen table and I was crying because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do the program. And I've been wanting to do this for so long. And like, I'm getting emotional. I've been wanting to do this for so long.
It's okay. Express yourself. That's how powerful God is. Keep going, my friend. Keep going. What is that?
It's like happy and sad tears. Okay, so I've been wanting to do the program for so long, and I was like crying, and I was telling God, like, you're closing this door for me and it's so painful, but I'm gonna trust you. And that's what I did. And you know what, God was so good to me because I passed all my excuse me. Okay, hold up. God was so good to me because I passed all my prerequisites with an A, just like I prayed for. I did so good on the NLN exam. Like, everything was going so well. And when that door closed for me, it was so painful and I was so sad. But I told God, I'm gonna trust you because He knows better. He knows me better and He knows the plans that He has. So I'm gonna do a quick Bible verse of the day. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this might be for you. So 1 second. So I'm gonna read to you Jeremiah 29 verse 11 through 13, and it goes, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. So guys, trust God. I trusted Him. And instead of sitting there and doing nothing and moping, I was like, okay, what can I do? So I decided, let me look and see what else I can do that's dental related. So on accident, I found a dental assisting school while I was trying to look for another school that offered the dental hygiene program. Okay, so I enrolled in the school and I graduated. And while I was in school, I learned the basics of tooth morphology. We did some head and neck anatomy. We also learned how to take x-rays, dental materials, how to take impressions, bleaching trays, how to assist, how to polish, do the coronal polishing. Like, I learned so many things. And when I went to my externship, it all went really well, and I got hired in the same place I did my externship, which I was super grateful for. And I learned all these things, and I can't help but think, if I hadn't have gone through the dental assisting program and learned all these things that are gonna help benefit me in the dental hygiene program, maybe God knew that maybe I was gonna struggle if I didn't have this knowledge beforehand. Maybe that's why he closed that door for me, and now he sees maybe that I'm ready and I can do it. Maybe that's why he opened the door back up for me. So trust Jesus, okay? He's got you. Even when it feels like it's hard, he knows what's best for you, okay?
All you gotta do is say, Jesus, help me, please.
Yes. There's another saying, not a saying, something in the Bible. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, I asked the Lord. Oh.
Yeah, seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you.
See, I kept knocking on this dental hygiene door and it opened back up.
You guys also have to have faith. There's gonna be times where the enemy is gonna try to put thoughts in your head, make you doubt about yourself, and don't listen to that. Reject it. Just submit to God, resist the devil, and he shall flee. He has no power to harm you. He can't do anything to you. As soon as you call on Jesus, he flees.
Yes. So there's power in the name of Jesus, okay? Trust the Lord. I can't say this enough, but please trust God. And if you haven't, get right with God. Seek him, okay? Your life is going to be so much better if you have Jesus by your side, because there's nothing in this world that God can't do. Nothing in this world that's impossible for God. He created the world, okay? So just trust him. Also, we arrived at school. We're here at school. We're just gonna go to the library really quick so I can rewatch that video so I know where to go, because I'm not trying to be late on the first day, okay? This is why we're here an hour early. No, we're here an hour and a half early. If you're not early, you're late, okay?
It's always good to arrive early, because people who have gone to college know this. People who are new or planning to go back to school, right? You guys, the parking lot gets so full. Sometimes you struggle so much to find one. You have to wait.
Yes, but right now, since it's summer and I'm in the group B, I'm here like in the afternoon. There's nobody here, so it's okay. So let's go inside and head over to the library. Okay, it's 4:21. Okay, so excited. Okay, I'm gonna go inside and then I'll see you after I get back. Okay, so first day of dental hygiene school is officially done. Very exciting. So basically during class we went over a lot of the basic dental terminology, which honestly I know most of it based off of what I've learned from work and what I learned during dental assisting school. And we learned about taking a blood pressure. We learned what the different parts of the stethoscope and the blood pressure cuff are called. At the end we did get to try it on each other, which is really nice. And another thing that I was happy about was that since I went through medical assisting school and I got to work as a health assistant, I pretty much already knew how to take blood pressure, so I didn't feel as overwhelmed as I would have had I not gone through dental assisting school and medical assisting school. So I did feel pretty confident. Some of the girls there looked a little overwhelmed, so I'm grateful through the path that God has taken me, because otherwise I think I would have felt extremely overwhelmed, because it's a lot of information, but I'm lucky enough that I know most of it, since it's just the basics. Now I just have to learn the details, the nitty-gritty details. So now we're just gonna head home and eat because I'm starving, and I'll see you guys Wednesday. Wednesday will be my first lecture class. It'll be, I think, from 8 to 12 or 8:30 to 12:30. So see you guys Wednesday. Okay. I'm here at school. It is the first day of actual lecture. They told us to bring our combination lock today, so I'm guessing that we're gonna get our lockers for the locker room. They also told us that we would be buying our lab coats as well. I'm here early, I think an hour early again. I'm gonna head inside and try to take retake some of my notes and kind of organize them from yesterday. I'm gonna head inside. Okay, I'm inside. I found a quiet little spot to kind of study before I go into class. Let me show you really quick what we did on Monday. Together as a group, we kind of like started labeling what the different tooth numbers are and what they're called, and we kind of color coordinated, which is super nice because I'm a visual learner, so if I can picture this, like, it's so much better for me. So before we came to class on Monday, they had us read a couple of PDF files. They were about 20 pages long each, and they had us read like a small section in our textbook. So let me show you kind of what I did beforehand. So I could just kind of went through and highlighted the most important word in like a different color, and I used green, like a light green color, to highlight like the definition. So that's kind of what I did for this. And then I have the PowerPoint pulled up. It's going over the same thing. Now what I do is take from the reading and enter it into the PowerPoint, and I just kind of fill out the definitions. Alright, here's another example of how I take notes. So what I'm going to do now is finish going over the PowerPoint for the vitals. I need to finish doing that, and I'll show you what I get done. Okay, I took a little bit of notes, but I'm gonna head into class and I'll see you guys later. Okay, so I just got out of class, and basically we went over the syllabus. They did tell us that in order to record or like take pictures in class, we basically have to have the instructor's permission. So I'll have to ask each and every time. They did tell us there was an incident before where somebody got in huge trouble. They recorded themselves talking about a patient, even though they didn't mention them by name, but they still ended up getting in trouble. So we'll see how that goes. We did get to try on these lab coats. I'm contemplating whether or not to get large or medium. Honestly, the medium one fit quite well, but it was a little like high up in the armpit, and since our scrubs are like so huge, I got a large, but it fit me so big. So I think I'm gonna get the large lab coat. Even though it fits me a little big, I feel like there's more space for the sleeves, and so that's what I'll go with. And we also got, let me show you. So we got these instruments to take home. So we have a little like mouth mirror, and let me show you. We have like a right, she told us one was like right or left explorers that we could take home and practice with. And they did give us like this little like typodont type of thing. So it's this here, and I really like this one because it has like a whole tongue inside, and there's like a little screw to take out the little teeth so you can see, I guess, from the root. So these are loaners. We are getting our own eventually in the fall semester. We just have to order them. Another thing that we went over was we did sign up for a couple websites, and we signed up for the Colgate website, and apparently they're gonna send us like a giant typodont. They told us that we could use that for like patient education, so I'm kind of excited to receive that in the mail. We did go over how much the fall semester tuition and the cost, what textbooks we're gonna need. We don't have the schedule yet for the fall semester, but I know it is going to be 9 classes, which is kind of a lot. So they did tell us repeatedly that we need to be prepared like mentally, because the classes themselves are not hard. It's just when there's 9 of them all together, it becomes challenging to coordinate your time. So I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna have to cut a lot of my hours at work. Starting fall semester, I might just work just 1 day a week. I have to see with the dentist, see what she says. I'm gonna head home now, and I'm gonna start working on the homework for Monday. Monday they told us that we have to come in our regular clothes, and we'll change in the locker room. That's another thing we did. We got a tour of the clinic, and we got our lockers, and I need to bring my little lock so I can store all my stuff. And somebody left like a box of gloves and like a wall clock in the locker, and I asked her about it, and she said it's like pretty much free game, that I could take them if I wanted to, but the gloves are like XL, and my clock is kind of big. I already bought the little one from Walmart, so I'm like, which one should I use? I'll have to see. So I'm gonna head home, and I'll end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday.